The title of today's podcast is Say It to Them. Say it to them. Hey, welcome. Thank you. Steve Backlund here again. Just so blessed to be able to serve you, to serve the dreams in your life, to serve those that you influence. And today's going to be a good one. It's going to be powerful. Say it to them. We welcome those who are watching on YouTube as well. You can go there to our Igniting Hope YouTube channel and watch me do the podcasts. And it's a exciting time. Going to be traveling to Powell, Ohio this weekend. Howard, Ohio. Wendy and I will be kind of going back and forth a little bit into those two places. I will be in Greensboro, North Carolina, first weekend of February. Be in Casper, Wyoming as well later in February. Always love seeing the Igniting Hope podcast family where we travel. Hey, if you ever come to where I travel or Wendy travels or one of our team, why don't you just come up and say, hey, listen to your podcasts and connect. Hey, I want to talk today about Say It to Them. You know, as a pastor, I was a senior pastor for 17 years, and I did many funerals. And funerals are a powerful time. Funerals, memorial services, because they really bring us face to face with our own mortality and that this life on earth as it is will end. It also really helps us to reprioritize relationships, obviously with God, number one, but then number two is with people. And people have regrets at times at a funeral. They wish they would have said some things. Wish they would have said it to them. I love you, or pursued relationships, or I'm so sorry about that. And yet that often there's regret and if onlys at that time. And so I don't want to wait for someone to pass away to become serious about relationships, or I don't want to wait to just encourage people. Say it to them. And I believe this message today is going to really encourage you to take it to another level and not waiting for the convenient time to tell people what you need to tell them. And we can just start with some very basic things of just saying thank you. I share out of Psalm 100, verse 4, we enter his gates with thanksgiving. And thanksgiving is a gateway for breakthrough. It's a gateway into a lot of things. Thanksgiving is a gateway into joy. I share that at the end of pretty much every podcast. But thanksgiving is also a gateway into healthier relationships. When we are specifically thankful to people and we tell them what we appreciate about that, and we don't just take it for granted and just think about it. Thankfulness is a separating quality. And so we say thank you. Thank you to the people closest in our lives. Thank you to our family members. We teach our children to say thank you. Say it to them. Who do you need to say thank you to? It's amazing thing. It's not only a blessing to others, but I say this, if we're stuck in life or we want to accelerate what's happening in our lives, we can do it by increasing thanksgiving to God and people. Say it to them. Say to the people who are closest to you, your family members, I love you. I love you. For some of us, those are hard words to say. My dad never said that until he was probably in his 80s, that he ever would say the word, I love you. And I would say on the phone, I love you, Dad. And he would say, I love you back. And I know it was a big breakthrough for him. And for some, it's a big breakthrough for you. But who do you need to tell people, I love you? Who do you need to encourage? Say it to them. Say encouraging words. You've got what it takes. You're going to get through this. I want to tell you that as I look at you, I see these good qualities in your life, and then list those good qualities. One of my habits daily is to encourage at least one person, and I do it through my Facebook mainly. And one thing I like about Facebook is that it tells us when people's birthdays are, and so I can tell people, wow, here's happy birthday. I so admire and appreciate you, and I try to list at least 3 reasons. And I probably average 2 or 3 people, whether it's Facebook or other means, every day, which adds up to, 900 or so people that I'm reaching. And just by saying, oh man, this is what I admire about you. This is what I appreciate about you. Say it to them. Don't just think it. Go up to people and say those words. And obviously, those of us who love to prophesy and say those words, say what you're hearing, the Lord's promises. Say that you're praying for people, and as you pray for them, what you're hearing. I mean, today with phones that we have, we can send texts, we can send voice messages, we can send emails, and it's so good. Say it to them. I didn't have a lot of encouragement. I had good parents, but I didn't have people saying to me what I needed to hear as a boy. Children need to hear from you. Say it to them. Say what you see in them. Say you appreciate them. Listen, teenagers, we think they aren't going to want to hear it. They're too cool to hear. No, everybody is starving for the words of affirmation, for purpose, for appreciation, for love. And you know, there's certain words that I want to share that are powerful. You know, just even as leaders, we can say things like, I'm so glad you're a part of our team. I'm so glad that you are in our church. Those words of appreciation, saying I need you words to people is also so important. You're needed here. Telling people you're important here. Don't just assume people understand it. Say it and keep saying it. We create a culture with our words. And I even as I'm sharing this right now, I see people who are going to go to a whole nother level of bringing health and healing and strength into people's lives. How about saying, I am proud of you? So many people have never heard those words. I'm so proud of you, especially as we are older and as we are a spiritual father and mother to people. Just those words are so powerful. And I've already said, I really admire you for this. Or saying the words, I am committed to helping you reach your goals and dreams in your life. How can I help you do that? Wow. Say it to them. It will make a difference. It will even help you. You will get so encouraged by releasing life. Ephesians 4:29 says, "Let no corrupt word proceed out of your mouth, but only that which is for necessary edification, that it may impart grace to the hearers." It says, don't pollute atmospheres, don't pollute environments with your words, but say edifying things that release grace, that impart grace. Say it. Proverbs 18:21 says, "Death and life is in the power of the tongue, and those who love it will eat its fruit." Life is in the power of the tongue. Those who release life will eat the fruit of their past words. Other people will eat the fruit of those words as well. Let's not wait for a funeral to awaken us to what needs to be said. Let's get a plan. Let's get people in our lives to help us to activate what we need to say. I want to close with this. There's some reasons why maybe we don't say it. Maybe I was asking Wendy about that, and she said some of the reasons are we weren't taught, so we don't think about it. Well, I'm helping you think about it. Or because maybe we're not a words of affirmation person. We don't understand the importance that it is for other people. And we may believe the lie that if we start affirming people, they might think they're okay and stop trying to improve. That's ridiculous. Say it. Don't be the strong, silent type. Don't be the dad in the house who is just correcting and saying that what's wrong. Don't be the mom or the wife who nags. Say it. Husbands and wives, say it to each other. Say it to them. Increase it. Watch what happens. It'll release life and grace. Thanks so much for listening to this podcast. We're here at Igniting Hope Ministries are here to ignite your hope. There's no hopeless circumstances. There's just people who do not have hope. And once people get true hope, circumstances cannot stay the same. Hope's an unstoppable force. Our hope level determines our influence level, and he who has the most hope has the most influence. And remember, too, the joy of the Lord is your strength. And we don't need strength at the end of the battle. We need strength in the middle of the battle. And pretty much everybody listening today is just not a good day to walk in radical joy. I've never found a time where it's a good time to walk in radical joy. There's always a reason. And one of the most powerful questions we could ever ask ourselves is, why am I not joyful now? And I understand there's seasons, there's mourning, but it's like God asked Samuel in 1 Samuel 16:1, he says, how long are you going to mourn for Saul? How long are you going to stay disappointed? How long are you going to fixate on what did not work out the way you thought it was going to work out? And he basically said, arise. He said, fill your horn with oil and go. We can't make mourning a lifestyle. And it's a powerful question. Why am I not radically joyful now? It will take you to the headwaters of your identity, the headwaters of your theology, the headwaters of how you handle frustration. It'll break off perfectionism off your life. It'll break off control. It will be wonderful. Oh, my. Hey, thanks so much again. And we are just about there for our Igniting Marriages 2-day online marriage seminar. Whoo! It's going to be good. Our team, we've been filming. We're getting ready. We're praying. We'd love it if you were able to be a part of that. If you're married, want to get married, divorced, whatever the situation is, I believe there's going to be content for you that's going to be really powerful. If you can't be with us for those 2 days, if you purchase the seminar, you'll have access to that content for a year. Wendy and I will be sharing, Peter and Melinda Lahai, Stephen Lorraine Box, our team. If you can't afford it, let us know at Igniting Hope, at info@ignitinghope.com. We'd love for you to be a part of that. Our annual Negativity Fast Positivity Feast is starting on February 22nd as well. And we have it in different languages. We've got it in German. We have it in Spanish. We have it in English. There's 3 levels in the English version. Some of you have done it before. Others of you, it's a brand new thing. The free level, you just get a daily email of a lie to fast and a truth to feast on. Woohoo! It is really, really, really good. And so, yeah, I bless you today. And as always, we've been doing for a while, I ask you to pray 5 seconds for Igniting Hope Ministries. We're benefiting by it, but I'm also modeling how to attach faith to 5 seconds of prayer is more powerful when we do that than 30 minutes of prayer where we don't attach faith. And we can attach faith through intentionally saying thank you afterwards and just while we're doing it, just believing it's making a difference because your prayers are powerful and effective. So if you want to pray for the marriage seminar, the Negativity Fast, Wendy and I, our team, or even those who are doing the Academy of the Unseen Realm right now with Wendy, or anything the Lord leads you, let's take 5 seconds to pray for Igniting Hope. We feel your prayers so much, and we pray for you. We're so thankful. If you're new to our podcast, you can go to ignitinghope.com. You can find out about us, sign up for our newsletter, find out where we're traveling. Every Monday, we send out a new blog. Every Thursday, we send out information on what we are doing. And by the way, this Thursday, which probably just happened for those of you who are listening on a weekly basis, we introduced my brother Phil Backlund and his culture and his and my culture of empowerment 12-week online course that has 2 coaching sessions with Phil on it. You can find out about that at ignitinghopeacademy.com, and that's where you're going to find a Negativity Fast as well. And hey, thanks so much. Thanks for those who've been sowing financially into Igniting Hope as well. You're helping us give books away, free courses to people, discounted courses to people, and we appreciate it so much and just helping us move forward in our calling. You can go to ignitinghope.com if you would like to sow into us. All right, hey, God bless. I look forward to being with you again on another podcast.